Assalamu alaikum. Day 23. A giant no more. Abdul Muttalib, grandfather to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi was liked by many in Makkah. Most of this great leader's life had been spent doing good to others and favors for the people of Makkah. He would do everything within his power to make the Makkan people comfortable in life. For Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, during times of loneliness, his grandfather was like a giant mountain that he leaned on. But lately he was unable to get out of his bed. He was ill. He was now very old. It was now his time to leave this world. He knew this too. He had one concern. He was afraid that after he died, his little Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam would be alone. It was bad enough that he was without a mother and father. What would he do if he were to lose his grandfather too? This old grandfather called his children and grandchildren to his side. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam hadn't seen his grandfather this sick before. He was speaking with great difficulty, just as Muhammad's mother had done before dying. The thought of losing his grandfather started to sink in. He started to cry. If something happened to his grandfather, how would he deal with this? While he was thinking about this, his grandfather called for him. My son, my dear Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His voice sounded weak. It's time now for me to go. When I'm gone, your uncles will look after you. Tell me, which one of your uncles would you like to live with? Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had many uncles. Every one of them gave Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam their love. But he loved Abu Talib the most. He hugged Abu Talib and Abu Talib hugged him back. His grandfather was extremely happy about this because he knew that of all of his sons, Abu Talib was the one to take the best care of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. From his deathbed, he cried out to his son, Abu Talib, my son, I'm leaving Muhammad in your care. Do you promise to take good care of him? Abu Talib replied, Don't worry, my dear father. I'm going to take Muhammad into my home and watch over him as if he was my own. I'm going to protect him from all harm and evil. I promise you this. This old grandfather was comforted by his words. With peace of mind, he looked long and hard at his grandson for the last time. With that peace, he departed from this world. The child Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the dear boy who would someday be the Prophet, was still only 8 years old. In a short time, the bad news spread quickly. Everyone in the city was in tears. Some even came from far away places just to fulfill their last duty to Abdul Muttalib by attending his funeral. The city of Makkah was struck with grief. All of the shops were closed down for several days. The great chief had died. Sometimes Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sobbing. Sometimes he hid himself in a corner and cried silently. After the funeral service, his uncle hugged Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and wiped his tears. From now on, he was going to act as a father to this unique child.